And we have, I think, on the line, a man who put his money where his mouth is in terms of caring about the poor children, not about the politics. His name is Reverend James Meeks, former state senator who fought valiantly for school choice, where people can take their the tax money and pick the school of their choice, not to go to a charter school, which is set up for insiders, but to go any school they want. Reverend Meeks, are you on the line?
Good morning. I am on the line, and good morning to you both. And I'm so glad that you guys are filling in this week.
Thanks, Reverend. What do you make of as the man who helped lead the failed but noble effort to get school choice in Illinois, what do you make of the school strike, and what does it tell us about our system?
Well, the school strike, I think, is a result of people not talking. Whenever you have a no-talk policy, you're going to have this kind of calamity. I think that CPS and CTU, or more directly Karen Lewis and Mayor Emanuel, they failed to sit down and talk. If they were talking, they could have avoided this strike. And they were having their lawyers talk to each other, and they were having different groups talk to each other. But they're the leaders, and it was up to them to talk to each other and head this strike off.
Now that the school strike seems to be going to be ending today, what lessons have we learned about real choice and real education for the children? Anything? Or have we just talked about a power relationship?
I don't know of any relationship, any lesson that we've learned from this, John. The greatest lesson is the one that I just stressed: failure to talk leads to strikes. And the other thing is that I think that this has been building up over the years, even before Rahm Emanuel came. The teachers just got fed up with turnaround schools, and no input. And I don't think they feel that they had any input. The CPS would just hand down mandates that teachers had to follow, and teachers were not at the table with any input. And as a result, you get this stalemate.
In the future, we're going to go to more charter schools. That's what Rahm Emanuel seems to want to do. But it looks to me as if what we're looking at is a fight between public unions and the Democrats. That finally, because there's not a lot of money out there, we're seeing the disconnect and the antipathy. Public unions basically telling the poor and people who need their help to take a hike. Is that what we've seen?
I don't think that more charter schools are necessarily the answer, although I'm not against charter schools. I'm not against any kind of form of schooling that is really educating kids. But charter schools were supposed to be, in the beginning, a system that would give us best practices. So we allowed charter schools to happen. They were supposed to report back to public schools and say, now, this is what we've done. This is how you can really do it well. That's not happening. And so instead, I think the charter school business, if we're not careful, and I'm not saying this about all charter schools, but if we're not careful, can become a business. And people can be in the business of educating kids and not creating best practices. Charter schools are supposed to lead to better public education.
Reverend Meeks, when the kids go back to school tomorrow, if they do, will the children be better off than they were 2 weeks ago?
No, this didn't have anything to do with the children. This was an adult fight. And, there will be no more resources in the classroom than there were 2 weeks ago. And if the fight was about putting children first and making sure children have books, I didn't hear anything in any settlement that said, so therefore we will buy the kids more books. So no, I can't answer that. I really don't think so. The kids won't. As a matter of fact, I'll have to take one. I'll say the kids won't be better off.
I mean, one of the things they talked about was the lack of enough social workers in the school system. Because right now, the way I heard it last week, the average is, I think it's 1,000 kids for every social worker. I mean, and they didn't get that in the settlement. Should the teachers maybe have taken less money and provided more services for the kids?
Well, it's hard to say to anybody that you should take less money, but, more services is something that I've fought for years. Not only social workers, they have fought for truant officers.
Yeah.
And when kids are out of school, there's nobody to necessarily inform the home or inform the parents. They have fought for wraparound services, and I don't necessarily think that that's a part of the deal. And so that's why I answered that the kids won't be any better off. But we do need social workers, we do need truant officers, and we do need resources in schools.
Reverend Meeks, what I see happening now is that the charter school system under Emmanuel will be increased. The teachers will be fired or schools close. What does this mean for the politics of Chicago? Can these charter schools, do you think, become political centers? And what does it have? And when or does this mean that that vouchers are dead?
I created a voucher bill in Springfield for the worst 10% of all schools. It was about 40,000 kids at the time that would be beneficial, that would benefit from these vouchers. And we had space for about 45,000 kids in parochial schools and Jewish schools and Lutheran schools, just to give parents some relief and an opportunity to send their child to a school while CPS was figuring this out. CPS is trying to figure out now how to properly educate low-income children. That's why we had a talk of social workers and truant officers. They're trying to figure it out. So while they're trying to figure it out, at least some kids should have an opportunity. I think the vouchers are dead because I don't think Mayor Emanuel really wants them. Mayor Daley, he didn't fight the voucher bill. I think that if we had a voucher bill in Springfield now, I think Mayor Emanuel is not in favor of it.
With that, we're going to let you go, Reverend Meeks. Thank you very much.
Hey, thank you guys, and keep up with the good work.
Take care. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Good man.
Reverend James Meeks. Yeah.
Wish he would have had a better chance to be mayor.
They don't do the voucher program in Washington, D.C. anymore. You know why?
Why?
Because it saved money and it worked.
And having low-income kids get an education probably violates the democratic principles, right?
It seems to be at times. 9:24, John Cass, Jake Hartford, in for Bruce and Dan right here on 89 WLS.